Hello students, this is Aarti Pillai and I am here again with yet another explanation, that is your first poem. As you can see on the screen, The Ant and the Cricket. And really students, it's a very interesting poem. It is Aesop's fable. Do you know the meaning of fable? Correct. A fable is a story which has animal as main character and convey a moral. Now Aesop was a very famous Greek storyteller, students, who wrote fables and his entire collection is famously known as Aesop fable. Now this particular poem, The Ant and the Cricket, okay, is also one of his main collection. The poem has two main character, an ant and a cricket, and the poet has shown here the contrasting attitudes of these insects. The ant is supposed to be very hardworking and he meticulously plans for coming future, and he stores the food in the winter season so that he could survive. And on the other hand, the cricket, he is very lazy insect. It dances, it sings throughout the summers and spring season, and it does not care about the difficult times. And in the end of the poem, the cricket goes to ask for shelter, but the ant refuses to give it. And then the cricket learns the lesson. What lesson he learns? It should have planned for winter season to store some food for itself. So now I am going to read this poem, students, and after that I am going to explain each stanza, right? A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold. Away he set off to a miserly ant to see, to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Students, listen this poem carefully and underline the difficult words as I am going to explain you. So let's move on to the poem, students. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring. There was a silly cricket, a young cricket, and in this poem, this cricket, it's called as silly cricket, right? And underline this word, students. This is phrase. Underline this phrase, accustomed to sing. The meaning of accustomed to sing means used to singing or habitual to singing, right? Now another word, just underline gay. Gay means happiness. Okay? So in these two lines, the poet says that there was a cricket who used to sing all the time whenever it was summer and spring season, throughout the season. Then it was warm and sunny, he kept on singing and dancing and least bother about anything. And when the winter had arrived, do you know what happened? Then he began to complain when he found that at home he had nothing to eat and his cupboards were empty. That means nothing was there to eat. Now, students, let's move on to this stanza. Not a crumb to be found on the snow covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what he will become, says the cricket of me. So, crumb, C R U M B, crumb, underline this word, students. Write down a small piece of food. Small piece of food, right? So when he went outside and he saw that the entire ground is covered with snow, he could not find a single food to eat. As you know, students, in winter season, the trees and the flower, everything completely covered with snow. So in winter season outside, neither he found the crumb to eat nor any flowers on the trees. So now the cricket, he got worried and he was wondered what to do. Let's move on to this line, students. Okay, this is stanza. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to miserly and to see if to keep him alive he would grant. So here, students, underline this word starvation, hunger, then underline famine, that means shortage of food, and trembling, that means shivering. Okay, so now the cricket, he was completely wet and he was trembling, that means he was shivering. He was shivering. Student cricket, he was hungry and the shortage of food made him wonder. He was thinking how to survive. As you know, student, just now I mentioned that cricket, he was completely wet and shivering with cold. Then the cricket, remember, he had a friend and he thought of going to see his friend for seeking his help. Okay, right? So he started his journey, and what all he plans to ask, let's see. Him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. So, students, underline this word sorrow. Sorrow means sadness. Okay, so now as Cricket decided to go to his friend and he would ask these things to his friend. So, let's see. The cricket asked for shelter as well as food on one promise that he would repay it everything tomorrow. And here, students, tomorrow means, do you know that whenever the summer season will come, he would give him everything back, right? And one more thing, he mentioned that if he doesn't get all these things, he will die of unhappiness and hunger. Let's move on to this stanza. Says the ant to the cricket, I'm your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not. So here, students, underline this word lay by, lay nothing by. The meaning of lay nothing by, it is phrase, students. So the meaning of this phrase is to save something. Okay, so children, ant, otherwise a very polite insect, and ant says to cricket that he will help you and serve you like a friend. But we ants have one policy, that is neither we borrow nor we lend. So children, lend meaning to give, right? So ant asks that did you not save anything for future? And one word given over here, quote. Quote meaning, students, here said. Okay, and it's generally said in old English story and writing. Right, student? So when the ant asked whether he saved anything or not, when the weather was quite warm and he could work at the time, the cricket said that he had not saved anything. Children, let's move on to this stanza. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say, go then, see sand, and dance the winter away. So, here, students, the cricket said that he kept singing all day and night because during spring season, the nature looked so beautiful, so wonderful, and he kept appreciating the nature. But he did not think about the difficult time to come. The ant told the cricket he was very angry and he said, to the cricket that since you enjoyed a lot throughout the summer and spring season, you even did not care to store something to survive yourself. Now you just go and just enjoy in the winter season. Go and dance throughout this season. Children, let's move on to the last stanza. Okay. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some crickets have four legs and some have two, right? So in the other word we can say that the ant refused to help him because he knew that the cricket would not repay him, and even if today he helped cricket, tomorrow the cricket will just forget about it, right students? So underline this word hastily. Hastily means quickly, and wicket means wings of the cricket, right? One more word given over here, warrant. Warrant means give a guarantee or promise, right student? So after it was being disappointed by the ants, and the cricket just got angry and he lifted its wings and moved from there, right students? Now here people call this a fable, a story, but it is very true. There are insects like cricket who have four legs, but there are also insects who have two, right student? So some have two. Underline this phrase because this phrase symbolizes to the human being. So in this way I'm going to wrap up the session students. I hope you have learned, and can you share to me what you have learned? Yes, very good. What you have learned? Okay, that you have to save something for your future, right? Now what you have to do students, you have to note it down, two stanza in your notebook, synonyms given over there, you have to note it down, and hard words, whatever underline, we have underlined the words which you have to note it down, and you just wait for the question answers, right? Till then, bye students.